Hey, hey, hey. What's going on? Told y'all I would come on. I'm not putting on any lashes though, but I got some on already. Cause your girl had a long day and she tired, boss. I hope you all had a fantastic day. It is Wednesday. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. It is Wednesday. Please come on and say hello. Say hello, say hello, say hello. If you're live, type in hashtag live. If you're gonna catch this on the replay, type in hashtag replay. It's almost like rewind. Y'all, today was a day, y'all. Man, we all have these days. I had a day. I had a day. I had a day. And then the end of the day, like the beginning of the day was not so bad. The end of the day though, the beginning of the day wasn't so bad, but the end of the day, that thing tore me up to pieces, okay? So I'm not gonna fuss with no lashes this evening, but I got some on. But I will show you some of the Element foundation that I use. I use the Element foundation, the powder. The number I believe is make sure 150. 150. It's very embarrassing if I show you what it actually looks like right now. But this filter is cute, right? I was like, oh, that's so cute. I need to take a screenshot for because you know, I'll be done missed out. Screenshot. Oh shoot, where's the thing? Oh. I'll post that later. Yo, how you doing? Say hello. Say hello. Be nice. Say hello to your girl. I am going to tell you guys, last week I told you a story about my first love of hair. So we're not doing hair. We're not going to talk about hair. And my other love, my boo, not Dorlin, but my son. We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about the story of not how he came about, because you don't want that story. We're going to talk about my, just our relationship as mother and son, and how a little 18-year-old youngin like myself had a baby and made it. And I'm still here, y'all. All right, let me take this filter off. Hey, Sarai. How are you, sister? Sister. No, I don't know if I'm going to be able to take this filter off, Lord, today. Dang it. Okay, there we go. Let me take it off so I can show you all as well. Hi. Yeah, so I'm here. Let me tell you, I'm here. Today was a doozy, but I'm here, okay? I said I was going to be here, so I'm here doing my thing, telling you about my love story. The second love story on the agenda is my son. The first one was hair, all about the things that I love. Hair, and more hair. Yes? All right. Nothing much, man. I'm just, trying to get some joy out of the day. It was a trying, interesting day. But I'm here, and I'm grateful and thankful to be here. And I'm going to show you this Element foundation that I use. It's really embarrassing what I'm about to show you because I need a new one. I'm going to just put that out there. I need a new one, and that's all you need to know. And it's going to happen, just not right now, because, I'm wearing a mask all the time. And so, you see that? Anywho, that is the color 150. So, you see these little spots on my face right here? My face is clean in this area. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looked like and how it covers that up. I have the liquid one too, but this one is like a quick go. You know what I'm saying? Quick go and go. kind of smooths it out. You don't want no like disappearing act so much. I mean, you do, but we're not doing that tonight because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wash my face and I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I could sit here and put on the liquid foundation, but we're not gonna do that tonight. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of what the powder is like for me and my little blemishes. You see, they're kind of going away some. And you know what's so interesting? It has this smell that is so good, like cinnamon. And I believe cinnamon helps your face stay plump. Yeah, so that's just a little powder, you know. We ain't gonna do a whole lot. Give you a little bit of an idea. I'm gonna do some next Wednesday. I'll give you the liquid foundation. I promise. See, make your promises because I can, and I will do that. Yeah. That's just a little, it's a little, you know, kind of smooth you over a little bit. It don't get rid of, because you ain't trying to get rid of with no powder at this point. You put that liquid. Next week, y'all gotta look forward to it. Next week, look forward to it. I'm trying to tell you. I gotta put this on my lips because I got a story to tell. And I want to be sitting here looking like Boo Boo the Fool, trying to tell y'all a story. I already have on my, like I'm going to play ball shirt. Because this is my team. Ta-ta, I don't have any earrings on. But whatever. So let me tell you. 18-year-old me. Hey, Shonda. How you doing? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I am telling a story tonight. Last week was about hair, my first love. And now it's about Harvey, my love. Harvey Jr. I call him Doogie because I felt like, and I feel like the boy is a genius. And so therefore, I will call him Doogie like Doogie Howser. Y'all remember Doogie Howser? Let me know if you remember Doogie Howser because that was my boy. I thought he was the smartest thing ever. So I called my son Doogie and I call him Doogie until this day. Anyway. I was 18 years old, got pregnant, boom, had him, bless the Lord. I'm so grateful. That was the best decision I made as a youngin', that I didn't allow this facility that I went to, who I felt like they were kind of swaying me into not having him, but I wasn't hearing nothing. I wasn't hearing nothing about that. Like, it wasn't like in the front of my low back. I was like, if I am, this is gonna be my baby. I'm gonna raise him and he's gonna come into this earth. Like, don't try to convince me because you feel like I'm young and I can't, but I had a fantastic family and group of people who loved me, who never put that in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, went on ahead and had my baby. Now, but let's rewind because February the 14th, on Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 1996. I remember like it was yesterday. I had an appointment and it was to listen to the baby, right? And of course I'm 18, so I'm just like, oh, we're gonna go listen to the baby. So we'll go listen to the baby. Now, you know, it's the family knows, everybody knows, but it's not like, nobody's like, ah, yay. Nobody's like talking about it and like, oh, jumping for joy yet. So I go to this appointment and we listening. It's like, and the doctor, the sonographer, I believe that's what that is, ultrasound tech. She's rubbing on my belly with the creamy and the stuff, the cold stuff. And she's like, do you hear that? And so I'm just like, no. She's like, okay, listen. She actually told me to quiet my mind. I mean, I wasn't saying anything, but I guess she might have knew that I was talking a lot of thoughts in my head. She was like, listen, Oh, wow, that sounds like a heartbeat. Anyway, she's like, do you hear that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's your baby's heartbeat. And I was like, that's my baby. I'm laying there and my stomach is not that big. It's just like a little thing right here. And she's like, she just holds it right in that one spot. And she's like, yeah, that's your baby's heartbeat. I was like, oh. And of course I had tears. I didn't like boo-hoo, but I had tears. Like, I was like, oh my God, it's so cool. I thought it was the coolest thing to hear. There's a heartbeat, and not my heartbeat, but it's because she had me listen to my heartbeat. And then she was like, well, this over here, that's your baby's heartbeat. Oh, so beautiful. I never understood a thing could be so beautiful, that a heartbeat inside of a belly could be, inside of a womb, can be so beautiful. But I felt that I might have been poetic at that time. I'm thinking, like, because I was really deep even then. But it was so nice. But that was on February the 14th, 1996. I'm trying to tell you, at St. Francis Hospital. I remember. So that was my first love day. Fantastic day. So awesome. I just love everything about it. And you said you brought Monitor to listen to my son all the time. Man, this is beautiful. This is the coolest thing. As a mom, it's the coolest thing that a mom can hear. Even as a young woman and not really knowing everything about my body and all these things, just to know, man, that was just awesome. Awesome. And as a story, I tell my son every single year. Every single year. I'm pretty sure when I get older, I'm like, do you remember that day I heard your heartbeat? You're probably like, no, I was in your belly. Anyway, but yeah, that's a beautiful story. I love to tell that story about how I heard his heartbeat for the first time on Valentine's Day of all days. It was so nice, yeah. And so I was looking at a pic of you in school the other day, and Harvey was about ready to drop. Yeah. So about that. So I was at school pregnant. So I was actually supposed to graduate in 1996, but I had some thyroid issues. So the baby had nothing to do with me not graduating when I should have. It was this thyroid of mine. I had to withdraw from school for a year and have people probably wanted to remember, probably didn't remember that I was gone. I don't know. I don't think people missed me back then. But I was gone for about a year, and then I resurfaced. But I had an iodine ablation, which is iodine. They gave me I went to UConn Medical Center. They gave me this pill, and you missed me. Okay, you're so awesome, and you're my friend. Anyway, I took the pill, and they would have to look at how much of the thyroid is being destroyed. So it's not like they didn't have to cut me and remove the thyroid or anything like that. They were destroying the cells that the thyroid would make, because it was, I was going through a lot of physical changes and things like that at that time, and I was 16 when all of that came about. Anyway, that's why I didn't graduate in 1996 like most people probably would have thought. I left school for a year to take care of my health. My mother had me come back, and I came back my junior year, and I got pregnant. Anyway, got pregnant with my son, and I had him. So I did junior year. Summertime came. Had him in August, summertime, August 14th. And then went back to school to finish the next year. And so I was a senior, I had the baby. So I had him in August, went right to school, didn't even wait 6 weeks. Went right back to school after Labor Day and completed my senior year. The blessing about that was one of my classes was a child development class. So I was able to leave school early to get the rest of my credits. So, but I had to, when I got back to school the next day, I had to give what do you call it? Like a plan, like what it is that I did with my son while I was at home, because he was a real baby. So I was able to do that to get the credits so that I could pass, even though, you know, I did all my other classes. And it's so crazy because after I got better, like after I had my thyroid thing done, I was getting straight A's. Before that, I was not. Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, that was that story. So that was the thyroid story, the had a baby story. Graduated senior. My son was what? Yeah, he was still 1. He would have been 2 that following summer. And then I moved to Georgia in 1998. Yeah, with my son, who was 2 years old at the time. We moved to Georgia November 1998. Just so that I can kind of get away from the norm and get out of the rut of the life that I was living. So, and so I came here and raised my son here. He was with me the whole time. Like there was sometimes that he would go to Connecticut, maybe in the summertime. When he started school, he would definitely go in the summer, come home with me for school. Then he kind of went with his father for a little while just to get himself together. And then I went to go pick him up. But he was my person. Like he is still even though he is not in the home with me, he is being an adult. He has 2 children of his own. 1 is 7, 1 is 4, Cameron and Heaven, and beautiful little girls. Well, those are my hearts, my girls, Lord Jesus. Yeah, so we were raised together pretty much. Like we're only, 18 years apart? So he's been through it all with me, from apartment to apartment, from almost not having any place to live here in Georgia. We went through cars after cars, job after job. For me, like when I first moved to Georgia, I was working at like Walmart at night until I could find me a day job. And I found me a day job for about 5 years. I would go pick him up during my lunchtime because he had got out of school. I would take a lunch, pick him up, bring him to my job, and thank God, love me some Georgia. When I tell you, they're so family. Everywhere, everything is so family. They let my son stay in the break room and chill or do homework until I got off of work. I've always been blessed with amazing people around me who understood that the struggle is real and it's me by myself, and yeah, help a sister out. So yeah, so he went through that phase with me. He's been through a lot of phases with me. He had phases of his own that I was there with him through. We just had a very full life together. We've been everywhere. We've been everywhere in Atlanta. I've always taken him out on the weekends. We went everywhere to eat. He knows how to cook. Bless him, but he got that. Now. He might have gotten the gift from his dad. You know what I'm saying? Because his dad could cook. I could cook too. But his dad could cook. So he got that gift from his daddy for real. Like, I'm going to just put that up there and leave that where it is. Okay? Yeah. And so, yeah. So that's just the little bit of choppy story about my son and how much I love he. And always going to love he because he's my one and only child. And yeah, he's supporting me right now. He's helping me and supporting me in my one of my businesses, the beauty supply store on Instagram. He is posting for me every single day, and it's been a blessing because it kind of gives me a break to do my lash business and my cosmetics and my earrings and t-shirts and things, and try to figure out what my next step is. So yeah, man, that's like, you did. I too was 18 years old when I had my first child. Wow. I mean, it's a story that people should hear, because our girls that are watching, they need to know stories like that. They need to know that it's not the end of the world. We all do stuff because we just stubborn. We all do things. We all have moments where we're not listening to our parents. We all have those moments, and you can get through them. You can get through them. I'm now 44 years old, and I didn't get married till I was 39, because one of the reasons was I felt like it was definitely not only, it was my choice, because I didn't want my son to have a stepdad in the house. you know, so it was easier for me when my husband came along. He didn't know any of that. He didn't know any of that. He didn't know that my son wasn't in the house. Like, he didn't know any of those things. He knew I had a son. He knew all those things, but God knew best, because I'm a little nuts about my son. A little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to my child, because of my upbringing. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. But God saw it, and he knew what I needed. He knew when I needed it. So he allowed those things to happen. Thank God for his grace and his mercy. I am blessed with a beautiful son, and wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't take too much back. I did make some stupid decisions back in the day, but he is definitely not one of them. Okay, that's my boy, you know? So I just want to share that love story with you. That is a love story. Everything is not always about your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife all the time. Sometimes love goes a little bit further than that. You have God as love, the head of your life. You have people, your friends that are true and dear to your heart. You have church friends. You have your co-workers, people. There's some people that's been at their job for like 30 something years and been with the same people for 30 something years at that job. Can you imagine their relationships? Like, there's people that we love that sometimes we just need to just share a little bit, you know? And stop keeping everything to yourself. So I learned that about me. I said I was going to keep holding things back. If I want to speak about it and I'm not hurting anybody, why not? I'm gonna probably watch this back and be like, ooh, I hope I didn't say nothing bad about his dad. Or I hope I didn't slip up and say something bad about nobody. But you know, all is well. You just got to keep it moving. What is good for you is good for you. What is meant for you is meant for you. And my son has been a blessing in my life. Absolutely. I used to cry when I would talk. I actually almost did. I almost just cried just now. Almost. I'm gonna put those back. I used to cry all the time when I used to just talk about how much I love my son. Oh God, but it's a blessing. So just want to share that with you all, and hope you all have a fantastic rest of the evening. Let the joy hit you. Just let it hit you, and just be free in it, in everything that you do. Have a fabulous and fantastic night, and I will talk to you next Wednesday with my next story. I haven't really decided. So many things that I love. I could talk about Dorland all day. He might be tagged in it next Wednesday, okay? Because that's a whole nother love, honey. Anyway, good night. Good night, love. Good night, Sarai. Good night, Shonda. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.